Hello students, welcome to our session and today we are taking part 2 of this chapter number 9. In our previous session, we discussed about the respiratory system which is going on in our body. We need breathing system if we want to live on earth, if we want to live our life, then we need this system. All living organisms which live on the land, they doing this system. All living organisms which live on the earth, they need gases to breathe their respiratory system. Human respiratory system. In humans, several organs take part in the process of the respiration. In respiration, human being doing this process using two gases. Which two gases? Oxygen and carbon dioxide. When they take in the oxygen in them. When they take out the carbon dioxide. In figure, in your textbooks, they give us the figure 9.4. Human respiratory system. In this respiratory system, you can see they use the different body parts. Using these different body parts, human can take oxygen and take out carbon dioxide. They use different body parts. Organs of the respiratory system are nostril, nasal cavity or passage, then windpipe, then bronchi and lungs. They use this type of body parts for doing this process. In your textbooks, you have figure. Using this figure, you can see the parts easily there also. Air enters in our body using the nostril. We all have nose here. And what we use? How we use the nose? We can use nose for getting air. Using the nostril, we get oxygen to in our body. The air will go inside in our body using the nostril. Then after going in our body part, it will be go in windpipe. After windpipe, pipe in bronchi, then lungs. Then it converts into our all body parts. When we need oxygen is very important for us. And using this process, the oxygen will go inside of our body. So in human respiratory system is also very useful to compare the other animals also. All types of animals which live on the earth, they all doing this system. Mechanism of breathing in human. Have you noticed how your chest goes up and down as you breathe in and out? Have you anytime noticed? When we breathe in and out, our chest will change its size. This expansion and compression movement of the chest cavity helps in sucking in oxygen and squeezing the carbon dioxide from the walls of the lungs. They give us some activities for this also, and using this activity they proves about this. During inhalation, two things happen: inhalation and exhalation. Inhalation, that means we take in oxygen in our body. During this process, during inhalation, two things happen. Which two things? The ribs move up and outwards, and the diaphragm moves down. These two things are happen during the inhalation. As a result, space in our chest cavity increases and air rushes into the lungs. The lungs get filled with air and inflate. Because of this, the chest will change its size. During exhalation, two things happen. During exhalation also two things happen. The ribs move down and inward, and the diaphragm moves up. These two things happen during the exhalation also. This reduces the size of the chest cavity. Because of this system, during the inhalation, the two things happen: increase the size, it decrease the size, reduce the size of the chest during the exhalation. As a result, air is pushed out of the lungs. We can feel the breathing movement in our body. When we breathe, when we take in oxygen and take out carbon dioxide, we feel this. Yes, we can feel because the breathing movements in the body can be easily felt by taking a deep breath and keeping your palm on the abdomen. Movement of the abdomen and expansion of the chest cavity can be felt with your palm. Let us perform activity 944. They have given us activity 9.4, and in activity 9.4 they tell us to notice the change in the size of the chest cavity during breathing system. As I say to you, when we do breathing system, the size of our chest will be changed because two process also happen during the inhalation and also during the exhalation. Because of this process, during the inhalation the chest will increase the size, during the exhalation the chest will reduce the size. You can also observe this by using on your activity. Try to do it. First breathe in and breathe out. The size of the chest, the size of the your chest will be changed there. In this activity you can see, take a deep breath. First you can have to take a deep breath. Ask your friends to measure the size of the your chest. Then after, take out your breath. Then after you measure your chest size. It will be differ from each other. Difference in chest, they we can observe we have different size of chest during the breathing system, because we have already learned about this process in inhalation and in exhalation. Some process, some things will be happen, and because of these things the chest of the size of any person will change. And then activity 9.5 in our textbooks on page number 141. In this activity, to show the role of diaphragm in the mechanism of breathing. You can read them from your textbooks. They have given the different steps, and using these steps you will try to understand this activity, because they tell us using this activity we prove that to show the role of the diaphragm in the mechanism of breathing. You will learn about this also by reading this activity from your textbooks. Then what do we breathe out? What do we breathe out? We all know which gas we breathe out during the breathing system. We breathe out the carbon dioxide. We have already studied that we breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. All students, all children, even small children now know, because from the second, third standard you have learned about this. When we breathe in, we take oxygen. When we breathe out, we take out the carbon dioxide. To find we breathe out, they have also given some activities in your textbooks on page number 142, activity 9.6, to find what we breathe out. We always breathe out carbon dioxide, and for this day, for checking this, to observe this thing, they have given us the activity. Take a test tube with freshly prepared lime water. With the help of a plastic straw piped in the lime water, breathe out into the test tube a few times. We will observe the lime water turns milky. That means this shows when we breathe out, we take out the carbon dioxide, to show that exhaled air contains water vapor. When we breathe out, the exhaled contain the water vapor. How we will check this? We will check this using the activity 9.7, which is given in our textbooks on page number 142. On this page number, they gave us the activity 9.7 and proved that using this activity we can observe this thing. When we exhale the water vapor present in it, stand in front of the mirror and take out your breath. What will happen there? You can see on the mirror some things will be changed there. The mirror becomes cloudy. Sometimes even water droplets may be seen on the mirror. That means we have water vapor in our breathing when we breathe out in our breathing system. These two activities, using these two activities, we can prove that we will know that what to find what we breathe out. That means we breathe out the carbon dioxide, and the exhaled air contains water vapor. Okay, the two activities show that exhaled air contains carbon dioxide, water vapor are present in the exhaled air. Components Composition of inhaled and exhaled air. Contain inhaled air and exhaled air. This table is also given in your on your page number 142 in your textbooks. You can see this. Oxygen 21 percentage, exhaled air is 16.4%, 4%. Carbon dioxide 0.04% and 4.4% exhaled air. Water vapor variable and scattered. Using this table, we can make this table using these activities. Breathing in other animals, as we can see the all human being doing breathing system like us, the animal also doing breathing, because they also want to some gases inhale and exhale for their life. Different animals doing different breathing system according to their features, according to their bodies. Breathing in cockroaches. In cockroaches, you can see they take in oxygen in their body and take out carbon dioxide. The side of the body, these opening are called the spiracles. Using the parts of the body, they doing this system is called the spiracles. The opening are contacted internally with the network of air tube, and using this they get carbon dioxide in their body and take out carbon dioxide. By going the oxygen in their body, they get the oxygen fully parts of their body and using their oxygen. Breathing in earthworms. In earthworms breathe through their skins. Cockroaches use their spiracles. Using spiracles they doing breathing system, but the earthworms doing these systems using their skins. The skin of an earthworm is moist. Exchange of gases takes place through the moist skin. Earthworms using their moist skin. Breathing in frogs. We all know when the frog is baby, they live in water. After become adult frogs, they come on to live on land. When they live in water, they use different body parts like a fish. And when they come on frog, they use a different part for breathing system. Almost they use lungs for this system. Breathing in fish. Whenever we go inside the water, where we can breathe. Can we breathe? No, we cannot breathe in the water. So how the water animals can breathe? For example, a fish and many other aquatic animals have a special organs on their body called the gill. Using the gill, they use a breathing system. Using the gill, they have a special body features on their body, and using gills, they doing the breathing system. Because we all know in water, the oxygen is always first dissolved in water. Water have oxygen in them, and all aquatic animals using oxygen from the water. Respiration in plants. Also, respiration process is doing by the plants. Like animals, plants also respire. Oxygen is used and carbon dioxide is given out. Energy is also produced during the process. We all know the plants always making their food by their own self. For making food, they use different types of process, different types of gases. They use 2 types of gases. However, no specific organs for breathing are present. The exchange of gases takes place by the process of diffusion. In plants, each part of respire independently of other. For example, exchange of gases in the leaves occurs independently of the exchange taking place in stems or roots. Different parts of the plants doing this system independently. We can see the independently going on this process in plants. They have stomata. Using stomata, they take this gas using the respiratory system. Then stomata are minute pods on the surface of leaves. We can see the stomata are present on the leaves. Exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide takes place through these pods. That means the stomata which is present on the leaves. In old stems, opening called lenticles are present there. In old plants, we can see the lenticles are present there. Roots take in oxygen from the airspace present between the soil particles. Soil particles, we have also learned about the soil particles. Soil particles also contains the some types of nutrients, and using the soil particles they get the oxygen also, and the oxygen diffuses through the general surface of the roots. So in this way, respiration in plants, respiratory system is going in the plants. So in this chapter about the respiratory system, without respiratory system no life is possible on the earth, because if we want to live then we need oxygen. For example, I said to you in our last session, if you close your mouth and nose at a one time, we cannot get oxygen, then we will die, because oxygen is very important for us. So like human being, all types of animals which live on the earth, they all need gases, oxygen to live their life. Some animals, human being take in oxygen and take out carbon dioxide. Other types of animals also doing this is same, they take in oxygen and take out carbon dioxide. But compared to one animal to other animal, according to their features, according to their body parts, they used different body parts for doing this system. So respiratory system is very useful to us. Without respiratory system the life is not possible. So in this session our chapter number 9 is finished here. Okay, so I hope now you will able to understand about this thing. If you have any query, then you can read the all lines of the chapter and try to understand all the our chapters. They have given different activities which are very useful to us, and using this activity, by reading them we can also understand about this. And if you have any query, then we have given very information on our Google also. Search your query there and try to understand. Okay.